Alrighty, little delay, but I think actually we're on time. Here we go. Can you hear me? Let me check if our sound is working. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Saturday night. You're in the Star Room with G, and it is February 7th, and we're doing readings. I don't have any readings set up for the night. I don't have any previously paid readings. So just so everyone knows, free readings. We do quick readings for those who are here in the chat. And if you want me to spend any decent amount of time on yours, then you send a gift to the channel. If not, don't worry about it. We'll speed right through. We'll get to everybody. And before we go any further, though, I have to bring up a little bit of the agenda. So next week, next Saturday night is the Astro class, Astro 101. If you are interested in that, please send me an email, allastrology@gmail.com. It's the same email I had running across the bottom of the screen. You can get in on the class, and that's for those who want to learn astrology. And the classes are recorded. That way, if you can't make it to the class, because it's the same time, 8 o'clock on Saturday night, if you can't make it, I can send it to you. You can watch the recording. And for those of you who take the class, you can watch the recording as well. So keep that all in mind. If that is something you have been thinking of, something you're interested in, we would love to have you. It's a great group, a small, great group of people. And absolutely, your chart is part of the class. Okay. So with that said, you have to get to me ASAP and let me know. And then there's a private lives the very last Saturday of every month. The very last Saturday, same thing we do here, except it's very private. It's a small group, limited space available. I think I might have one spot left. So if you want in on that, send me an email. I'll give you the details and we go from there. All right, we're done with that. Let me suggest that get your digits to me if you want me to take a look, and you can hear me fine. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Sovereign Blueprints. Hello. I know I'm going backwards. Yeah, so I just threw my, that's if you want to get on the Astro class. And how do I get rid of this other thing? I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. So let's get to work. I just got to check one thing really quickly. Maybe I don't. Let me see here. Make sure everything is okay on the family thing. Oh shit. Hold on, guys. Okay, there's nothing I can do about it. If they're not answering, they're not answering. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's been crazy with my mom. But I've got some other siblings on the job now. So I'm like, thank you so much. Like, prayers answered. Okay, so with that said, we're going to get to work. I look at your chart. I'll read your chart. Let me just explain something, right? We go through the queue, first come, first serve, okay? I know I don't make it real clear all the time. Details are below, but it might be confusing. With that said, if I don't know who you are, like if the digits you send have a different name attached to them other than the name I see in the chat, I might just scroll right past, just so you know. Like if it's something that's going to majorly slow things down, I just got to move on. Like people are like, I can't have patience, right? And I get it. But I'm here. You can come back next Saturday. Well, the next Saturday I'll be in class, but the following Saturday we'll be here. So there's always an opportunity. If you don't get your turn, you come on back. Okay, that's the whole point there. But just respect everybody else's turn and their time, and have some patience. And yeah, if you got something better to do, then go do it. But to me, if this is your chart and your life and it's about you, I can't imagine what could be more important. And if you're not willing to wait for yourself, well, shit. Not a whole lot I can do for you then. All right. So let's get to rolling here. I see a lot of names, teamwork. Hello, Christy, Frank. Yes. And if I don't say hello to somebody, forgive me. I think I saw Donna in there. And y'all see that lovely throw back there? Can you see that lovely throw right there? That astrology blanket. Woohoo. That's from this lady right here. Great, great, beautiful gift to the channel. Thank you so much. It's gorgeous. And Taffy loves it. I told you she was going to dominate it. She was going to take it. And anyway, it's on my bed. But every night I find her creeping up on my bed. And I'm like, what is this cat doing? She's laying on the bed. I leave the room. She jumps back up onto that blanket. I'm like, I knew she'd love it. Healing readings by Donna. Okay, Christy's passing. Oh, yeah, thank you for doing that. So that's the other key, too. If you're here in the chat and if you're not getting a reading, please say that you're passing tonight, okay? And by the way, for the readings, yeah, I need your digits. I would need your birth chart. So if you want me to give you a reading and if I don't have your digits, I'm going to scroll past your name. You follow? You could drop them in the chat or send them to the email, okay? It is good to have them ahead of time. And if you already gave me your digits in the past, then you should be already in my system. However, I had to make a lot of changes, different equipment and different software. So yeah, you might have to give your digits to me again. The old awesome Alice. Thank you. That helps. How the hell are you doing, Alice? Good to see you. Sovereign Blueprint. The old awesome Alice. Yep, that totally helps. Okay, so let me keep scrolling here and let's get to the work. Teamwork, are we doing? Did you pass teamwork? Did you say if you were passing? Let me get my phone. It's easier to read. It's right here. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, everybody's talking. Hello, hello, hello. Christy said she's passing. Teamwork, are you up? You're first then. Is that right, Teamwork? Are you still here? Teamwork usually passes, but you know. Okay, Teamwork said passing. You're welcome. Okay, Teamwork's passing, and Frank, you're number 2. Frank had a really quick question. I did see your email, Frank, right before, or at some point in time. I don't know. I was checking the emails. I also got an email from, what is that? I got digits from Polly A719. I got you. You're here. You're in the thing. I got you all set up. Okay, so we got another person. All right. Okay, I don't want to give out names, but yeah, you know who you are. I need your digits. You sent me a Venmo. You just sent me a Venmo. Yep. Did you give me your birth digits? Make sure I get your birth digits so I can't give you the reading. Maybe you got them in the chat, and that would be great. Either way. All right, let's get this going here. Let's get this chart up. So Frank, we're looking at yours real quick. You have a question pertaining to, Frank's talking about his birth chart. And he has a question about his south node. Does anybody know what the south node is in your chart, like what it represents? Because that would be the first thing to understand, right? You got to know what the south node means. And then let's get this chart up here so Frank can see this real quick. Frank and everybody else, right? There we go, Frank. We got you on the screen. So Frank's question was, my south node is conjunct the galactic center. We all have a south node in our chart, and we all have a galactic center. The difference is, where was Frank's when he was born? Okay, so this system, hold on, this is a new software system, so I don't have the Galactic Center on here. So let me get it up there. Do they have that? Yeah, let me go extra points and get it there really quickly. See. I don't know if that's, oops, my bad. Hit the wrong one. Here we go. Let's go. So the South Node would be soul energy. Some call these the nodes of fate, right? And that's that horseshoe shaped next to his Mercury. Is that your chart, Frank? Capricorn, 29 degrees ascendant. That would be important. So the South Node considered nodes of fate, but your soul's history, your soul's memory, I call it your superpower. That's what I call it. Because wherever your South Node is, you were born with knowledge and with a skill, with a gift even. And it wasn't something that you had to be trained for, or that your mom and dad had to teach you, or that you went to school for. You know how we have like certain gifts and we're like, I don't know how I know that shit. I just do. You know, like some people can pick up an instrument and it's like, phew, yeah, it's like, you know, bread and butter. You know, they belong together, your hand in that instrument or whatever. Some people pick up speaking languages, right? There's just certain things we're born with. So Frank, your South Node's at 23 degrees in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the searcher, the seeker, truth, freedom, religion. Some people say it's the divine. It is cultural experiences and just like seeking adventure, right? Seeking adventure, but in very unique ways for you, Frank. Very different, very outside the box. 23, your galactic center is sitting there at 26 degrees. Now, the galactic center, folks, for the galaxy that we live in, this is considered the point of like creation, the point of source for the galaxy that we live in. It is a black hole, right? And I kind of talk about like it's a great big Hoover up in the sky. So it's just constantly sucking, you know, if anything gets near a black hole, it's sucking it in. So sometimes the galactic center can be seen as a point of need, N-E-E-D. So what's interesting about that is you have it in Saggy, Frank, and Sagittarius, other than seeking and searching, it's very independent energy, and it's very much about freedom. So having that freedom energy, freedom of beliefs, freedom of religion, you have very unique philosophy on life, and friends, because this is all in your 11th house. But that South Node is also about very unique because you have it at 23. And you know this, right? With the degree theory stuff. So that 23 degrees and that South Node and the galactic center just enhances it even more. It's even more of a strong need. Like this is something that emotionally satisfies you. Remember, these are the moon's nodes. So lunar energy and my emotions, my emotional security, my emotional needs. Like this is something that just it takes precedent in your life. It's 11th house as well. So friends and social circles that are going to be really unique, that are going to honor and respect your freedom. A little bit on the rebellious side, probably too. Like they dance to their own tune. And yeah, that's just the way it's going to be. So with that Saggy energy, it can be tricky in that Sagittarius wants to be able to share its truths. And in the seeking and the searching, it really is quite confident and thinks that it knows the truth. And so many times that tricky energy these can be preachers, right? These can be people who are speaking, who are publishing, who are letting everyone know this is the truth, even though it can be and likely would be a subjective truth, not necessarily. I mean, it can be both. It can be subjective and objective. The trick with Saggy is to know there's a difference with the subjective and the objective. Not that they don't know it, but if it's your truth, it doesn't mean it's everybody's truth, you know? And I'm not saying this is you specifically, because this is for Sagittarius energy in general, right? The only other thing I want to add to this real quick for you is the 26th degree. Remember in the astrology, the degree theory, right? What's the 26, Frank, right? Yeah. So that's going to be, it's going to pull desires into this. This would be a Venus degree. So it's talking about my desires and love and values. And yeah, this brings in, our love relationships. So very unique, very different. Freedom is going to be important. And I'm going to tell you, like you don't already know, or like any other strong Saggy energy doesn't know. Relationships with Sagittarius energy can be very tricky. Committed partnerships can be super tricky because there is that fine line and balance of freedom, but yet we're together. And I need my freedom, and you need your freedom, and yet, but we're a couple. How do we do that, right? How do we have time apart, but then stay a couple? So it can be tricky. It can be tricky energy. All right, moving right along. At least I think we are. So Christy, I think you said you passed. You were number 3 in the chat. We got Tammy. Tammy, are you still here? Guys, I'm not going to be hanging around long. If I say your name once, twice, 3 times, I'm moving on to the next one. Tammy Workman or something. I'm sorry. Let me see here. Yeah, Tammy Workman 9879 said hello, but is Tammy here? And Tammy, I don't know if I have digits for you. Or if I do, that might not be your name. Might be under a different name. And if it is, let me know. Going once. Tammy, are you still here? Oh, Tammy's got the digits here. Okay, Tammy, I see your digits. Are you here? Tammy said, I am here. Okay, I have 2 questions. Well, we'll see about that. Let me see. We'll see how we can. Okay. All right, let me see. Let me get scrolling here. Let me get over here. Lulu's asking for my PayPal. Well, Lulu, you've been here before. If you go below the details under this video, the PayPal's right there. I think. Oh, no, the PayPal isn't. That's right. Oh, no. No, I never have the PayPal down below there. Yeah, you're going to have to give me a second on that one. So, Tammy, how's my new job going to go? And why do I always fall through the cracks? Oh, I don't know if I've seen your chart before, but I could probably answer a couple of those questions without looking at the chart, but that would be no fun. All right, so we'll see what we can do here. I do have to create this chart real quick for you, so let's get on the ball with that. I got your digits. Have you seen your chart before? Like, do you know what your moon sign or your rising digits and sign are? That way I can confirm that it's your chart, and so that I'm actually reading your chart and not a chart that isn't yours, which would mean my answer would be incorrect. And we don't want that. Yeah. So Tammy, where did your stuff go? I had it on here. Oh, look at Donna. You're so kind, Donna Marie. I see what you did there. Okay, so Tammy, I have August 19th, 1977. Right? I know you can hear me rat-a-tatting away. August 19th, 1977. Do we have a birth location? We need a birth location. Birth time, Tammy, 5:42 p.m. Where's the location? City, state, country. Yep, need all that. That's the way the astrology works, which that should be easy if you have your time. So yeah, I need 5:42 p.m. and whereabouts. Well, not whereabouts, but yeah. p.m. Did Tammy give me an answer on the whereabouts? Huntington, West Virginia. Oh, I might have done this chart before. Oh, but I don't have it in this system, so I'm glad you did this. Okay. if I spelled this crap right. It'll tell me if I didn't. It'll be like, All right, Tammy, so you said you've seen your chart before. This chart I have right now came up as a Capricorn rising. Oh, Tammy said it's a Libra rising. See, let me check. Sometimes the software gets really weird. Okay, so August 19th, 1977. Is that right? That's what I have on the screen on the chart. Let's see here. And I have 5:42 p.m., Huntington, West Virginia. And it's telling me a Capricorn rising. Shit. And you're telling me you're a Libra? This damn software. I'm gonna shoot it in the damn head. Yeah, how can that be? It's giving me a different chart, Tammy. Are you... I could be wrong about the Libra rising that I told her. Oh, damn, you told her, Christy. Okay, so how about this? Let me get this on the screen. And let me double check something real quick here. Okay, so we got another software system going over here on the other side. It's getting a little crazy here. I'm literally working two things. Okay, so Tammy, so you've been here before, and that was under Tammy, I'm assuming. ST. Alrighty. Oh my God, this software. I have just too much shit in this system. Too many names. Scrolling. Okay. Dang. How come you're not in the old system? Oh, you are under Tam. Capricorn at 10 degrees. Okay, we've confirmed you. Got you confirmed. So, okay, if you sent an email, if you sent the channel gift, yep, you just tell me who you are on there. Yep, and that'll help. I'll get to you. All right, so how is my new job going to go, and why do I always fall through the cracks? That's the question on this chart. Okay, I can save this now into the system. So Tammy, I'll have you here. Once you guys are saved into the system, you're locked in. How's her new job going to go? Why do I always fall through the cracks? Falling through the cracks is a basic chart question. And let's take a peek. South Node in the third house. Ooh, okay. South Node in the third house, conjunct Eris. Are you a strong communicator? Do you come across a little strong? Do you come across a little assertive, possibly? Let's see here. Ooh, shit. That even trines your vertex. Oh, damn. Okay. Wow. So this is a trine to your fated energy. So it's fate, the nodes of fate, trining vertex, which is fate. Now, this is significant one-on-one relationships, which can be private and professional. Okay. And so the fire is really strong. Fire's strong. Some people get scared or back off of strong, right? They feel like, holy shit. So because it's in your third house and your communication style, and you have a lot of support from fiery, confident, risk-taking Leo energy, but laughter and fun is going to be important too. But it trines Eris, and Eris is angry. Aries is angry too. And that's your superpower, yourself. No, these people are fighters. These people were soldiers. You follow? So if it's in the third house, it can come across in your communication style. Okay. So whether that's falling through the crack or being left out or not getting the recognition, however you might see it, because your chart, your natal chart tells me that's part of your beliefs, especially within one-on-one relationships. You have the North Node next to your Pluto. So change and growth and evolution and seeing that, like all that whole process of a constant change and evolving, that's always going to be happening in your chart, especially in professional partnerships and in significant one-on-one relationships. All right. Now, there might be some other tidbits, but you even have Mars and Gemini conjunct freaking Black Moon Lilith in the sixth house of work and daily routines. Gemini is communication. So this energy right here feeds into your communication style in the third house. So this is coworkers, neighbors, siblings, peers. This would be just, yeah, even in school and learning. So there just might be something there that, you might be able to, once you're aware of, you might be able to make a few adjustments and you might see some changes, in terms of feeling like you get left out or you fall through the cracks. There might be some of these other things that occur that you just weren't aware of before. And it might just be the form of expression. That's the first thing that jumped out. Okay. In terms of how is your job currently going or how is it going to go? Let me see if you, let me see, February 7th. Okay. So you know what? Let me check on something. This chart system, hold on a second. It's pulling up a different kind of a chart for you. This is strange. That was really weird. It showed the node at a different node. Let me see if I can. Okay, so we're getting a little bit different. Yeah, there's some weird stuff happening. Hold on a minute. They're showing me Indian chart system. Hold on. This must be this, this is just like the story of my life. Here was some glitchy shit. We've got, okay, let me get rid of this and let me check out this. Okay, well, before I say anything else on this chart, because I just realized this was drawn up as an Indian chart system. So the question then to you, Tammy, does any of that so far make any sense? Because that's supposedly going to be this kind of a chart that I just pulled up. It's not that it's wrong, but it shows us another layer of our personality. So did any of that make sense? Because this was a different chart system that I normally use. And because I'm comparing it against the chart that I have for you in here. Oh, this is so weird. Okay, hold on. Let me hit history here real quick and see if I can get. Oh, wow, this is weird. It just like disappeared. Let me get this on here. Okay. So there we go. All right. So as for right now, I know I'm using two software, so just have patience with me, guys. We're going back and forth here. All right. So right now you have the moon at your midheaven. You have the moon, your Scorpio midheaven. The Scorpio midheaven people, see that right there where that arrow is next to the moon? Well, I don't know if you can see that. Your moon's at 28 degrees. That's your natal moon. But the current moon right now up in the sky, not on that chart system. Holy shit. Wow. I think I've been sabotaged. All right. So thank God I have this other system to use. The Scorpio energies, they're like the ultimate detectives, and researchers. And that's what you have up there at your midheaven. And you have that in your mind energy too. Really psychic energy. So you'd have to be careful about that in terms of what you share with people. That might be another thing too. How's your work going to turn out? How's it going to go? Well, right now you have money. You have Venus in your second house of income. Venus is in Aquarius, so she's a little shocking in her communication and in what she values and different. She's going to be valuing something new and unconventional. And then you're going to have literally a few days where Venus, a couple days really, Venus is going to jump into Pisces energy, but she's still going to be in your second house of money and your income. Do you already have this job currently right now? Because you have Jupiter in your seventh house, which I'm liking for you. Jupiter can be really beneficial in terms of professional relationships. We have lots of opportunities, but it's also partnerships and personal partnerships, but it brings us lots of opportunities for relationships. So with that said, you're also going to have the sun entering your second house of cha-ching, of money. And that usually can bring good news, especially since it's going to be, it's trining your Mars. And you've got a lot of air going on, and that's actually beneficial for this Aries sun. So for right now, as far as how is it going in your question, how's it going to go? I guess that means you don't have this job yet, but it does show like, because Aquarius is new and new money. As far as the long term, I think it can be off to a good start because you have so much air in your natal chart. The thing I would just be cautious about is that because you have some strong Mars energy and strong Aries energy, is the possibility of getting bored with something and getting scattered, getting bored and getting scattered. So if you can stay focused and zero in like a laser, right? Find the good things, find the joy in what you're doing, then I think with this quick look, then I think it can be beneficial because Saturn, which is our long-term money and our long-term goals, Saturn's going to go into Aries. Now, yes, it's going to touch Neptune, so that will change things, but you don't have anything at 0 degrees in fire anywhere in your chart. So I don't think the Neptune and Saturn conjunction is going to be as huge of a deal for you as for some other folks. But again, just be aware of the antsiness and impatience and feisty and irritable, easily irritated kind of energy, which means my communication may come across that way. Okay. So just keep those things in mind. And then if you want to take a deeper look another time, we will. Let me see if I can get this comment off the screen, guys. We're going to the next one. And I got to fix this regular software. I don't know what the hell. All right, next name up. Donna Marie, are you going? Donna Marie, it says you're next. Healing readings by Donna Marie. Did Donna Marie say if she was going? I saw she was being a sweetheart and she was putting names in order for me. That's so kind of you. I sent the Venmo gift. Okay, we're going to get to you. I'm moving on down. Donna's passing, so we're going to the next one. Sovereign Blueprint. Are you still here, Sovereign Blueprint? Sovereign Blueprint, are you still here? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Donna. I see. Yep, sometimes this chat can go really fast. Some folks, they just leave. Some folks are like, I'm not going to go. I'm passing, so we go fast sometimes. Yes, Christy, you were definitely wrong. She was a Capricorn rising. 10 degrees. Okay, so going once, going twice on Sovereign Blueprint. And Sovereign Blueprint, we're on to the next person. All right, Sinister Days here. Sinister Days, I'm calling your name. Are you here? After Sinister Days, it's going to be, listen for your name, it will be Polly 719, then Cats. Oh, Sovereign Blueprint just jumped on real quick. I was clipped out, the solar eclipse, March 29th, 2025, a year ago. Okay. Everything collapsed from identity, ego, career, resource, friendships, family, all old structures until I'm just a clean slate is left. Whew. It sounds like you've gone through a rebirth. Phoenix rising, right? Sinister Day says, I am still here. That is great. Yeah, you had a lot to type. 0 point in the waiting room. Now growing my wings, I was forced to my north node. Right? That's such a great example. You know, Sovereign Blueprint, one time, I think we need to get you on, like, and have a show where you're talking about your chart, like as we're looking at, because you have really gone through some stuff. And honestly, going running through doing the speed readings, I don't think it's going to do a whole lot of I don't think it's gonna honor what you've been through and honor your chart in a short amount of time, honestly, seriously. And you know a lot about the astrology. So I think having you on and talking about that as we're looking at your chart and listening to your life story and what's changed, like, I think it would be a great astrology lesson and fascinating. Sorry, I mean, I don't know if that's I mean, I'm assuming you were ready to kind of share. Yes, absolutely. For sure. Um, yeah. Well, I'm glad that your head is still above water and that you're here to share that. Okay, so let's make an arrangement. You send me email and we'll figure out a date. We'll figure out a date where we can get you on and we can kind of focus on your story. I think it would be fascinating and helpful for both of us, for everybody. I know you're on the other side of the world, right? Where you're out of shit, it's been a while. You're in Africa? No. Yeah. You're in South Africa, I think. I can't even remember, but I think so. All right. Sinister Days. Yeah. Awesome Alice. Yeah. Right. Okay. So let's go check my email real quick here just to double check some things. Okay. Sinister Days. I got you. Okay. Good job, Sinister Days. I see it. Okay. Let me make sure you're in the system here. Yes, you are. We got you, Sinister Days. We got you on the screen. All right. Now we're going to get you on the screen. Let's see how we got that. There we go. We've got that. Excellent. Okay. Sinister Days, you actually sent a gift to the channel. What was your question? I didn't, well, let me click on the email all the way. I did a quick run through of it. No, I didn't get a question in there. Did you have a question? Let's get over to here. Yeah. Okay, Sinister Days is the usual. I love Sinister Days. It's easy readings. Sinister Days is like, just tell me what's going on. Just tell me whatever jumps out at you. Yeah, you know that South Node in your chart, the Aquarius, that's what jumped out at me right off the bat. And you know, that makes sense. You have Mars sitting here right now. Sitting on your Salacia and your South Node, which they're conjunct. And that Salacia is a feminine Neptune energy. So it can be some confusion, right? Things look murky, but it's a lot like Neptune. It can be about prayer and faith and belief. It can be about escapism, but it can high intuitions, goddess of the sea, able to work with the unseen, maybe a tendency to avoid, it's the whole I need to escape kind of thing, but can be drawn to things that are maybe a little on the dreamy side or make believe, or it's a very creative energy. How about that? That's another nice way to put that. But it's conjunct your South Node. So that's that superpower energy. Very unique energy. Very unique. Very different. A little on the rebelliousness side. Okay. And you having that near that 11th house cusp line is friendships and group energy. But you also have Mars, like I said, there right now. And just bear with me. I have to cheat and look at this other chart or this other system. because it's stuck on the Vedic astrology when I ask it to bring up which is fine, but we're looking for the chart. Yeah, for the moment energy. And so, yeah, Mars just went to 12 degrees. You see, so Mars is right down that 11th house cusp line, and that's astrology, right? Group energy, live streaming, technology, Aquarius energy. I'm just trying to see over here. Oh, big deal. So this is why this right now, having Mars sitting over here at 12 degrees, it's trining your natal vertex at work and home, daily routines and health, fated energy. 12 degrees. This is more creative energy, but it might be a little dreamy in relationships, significant one-on-one relationships, possibly business partnerships. Okay. So that means people come to you who you have already been associated with in the past, another timeline, lifeline, however you want to look at it. This is fated energy. And these people can come in at moments when they're needed, like you're on the side of the road, got a problem with the car, someone just kind of shows up, and, it can be good or bad. Actually, it doesn't have to be like always like a guardian angel type thing. These can be people who just come in and out, but it's typically fated energy, and they could be for 5 minutes. They can be for 5 days, 5 years, 50 years, right? A little bit on the dreamy side, creative energy. This can be music. This can be prayer and belief. This can be, I need to, Calgon, take me away, more escapism, but again, really creative stuff. You have, a lot of unique and creative energy in your chart. And to me, being super unique is really beneficial with creative energy, really beneficial. The next thing that's jumping out is the Neptune up here. You've got that in their 9th house. Again, more creative energy. Neptune in 9th. Are you talking to God? You've got the writer energy attached to that, right? So possibly communications and writing, connecting to the other side, but probably bringing us some information, some higher up knowledge, some higher up, stuff that people may not necessarily get access to because your antenna's up really high and you're getting the information. This Neptune energy is going to feed into the Pisces energy down here. I said down here, over here, you're part of your 11th and your 12th house, more really creative energy. But it also is connecting and bringing in the Jupiter energy of past lives, more significant one-on-one relationships, people that you've worked with in the past as well on other timelines. Protection possibly even for you because your Jupiter provides, it's the great benefic. And right now, what is Jupiter doing for you right now? I'm flipping to this other chart real quick for you. Jupiter over here in Cancer, sitting right here on your 4th house cusp line, but going backwards. So now your mind is activated. Now it's more about thinking. It's activated your thoughts and communication, possibly publishing, writing, siblings, coworkers, communication and relating, exchanging information is going to be more important to you now because it's Cancer and Jupiter. So looking into the past, even my own family, but my own history, but emotions, emotional security. Jupiter will give you confidence. Jupiter, remember, is the publisher, and it's in the house of writing right now. It can give you the confidence. It can give you, the publishing capabilities. The goal with the Jupiter energy, because it's in a retrograde right now, and the retrograde isn't going to stay with us forever. So this is kind of a powerful time we have really internalized the confidence, and hopefully you're feeling more confident. Hopefully, when you're communicating and your form of expression comes through in a more very warm, generous way, even because it's Jupiter, and Jupiter, your great benefic, in your communication, nurturing communication stuff. So maybe mom energy, and with the public, there's usually a stronger connection when we have Jupiter there. And we think tribal energy. And sometimes we're connecting with people that we've just met, but yet we have that deep feeling of connectivity. Like, You could be my family, that type of thing. Or maybe, yeah, what is that? The mother from another or whatever the hell. So for this time for you, I'm hoping that you are able to connect with your with your present state of mind, with the past, and with the future. And there's a lot of wisdom that comes with the Jupiter. And so because it's in your third house of communication, and sharing that knowledge is going to be vital. So you have from now, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on this. You have from now all the way up until roughly April, where you're going to have this energy with you. Okay. And then it's going to go into your fourth house of emotions. It's going to change. I'm trying to refine this a little bit for you. So yeah, it goes all the way until April 16th. Once April 16th hits, the day after or two, it's going to go into your fourth house of home and family. And what that does is that adds to emotions because it's Jupiter in the home of emotions and family. So for you, if you're thinking or working on communication, whether it's just people you work with, or if you're thinking of publishing or social media or whatever, you've got Jupiter on your side for right now. And not that it won't be on your side then, because I think when Jupiter goes into your emotions in the fourth house, it can increase family. It's the energy of the public, possibly even. So it's a double-edged sword, though, right? Because it increases our emotions at the same time. And I know this big time. Like the stuff with my mom has just been on 10 for me. It's been over the top. And it's because Jupiter is in Cancer. Yeah, same thing, kind of third house, fourth house. And it's just like, there can be days when it's great and other days where it's like you feel overwhelmed. So having it in your third, though, with your mind should help a lot. Okay? Yep, you are welcome. I hope that helps. Okay. All right, excellent. So let me get the next name on here. Sinister Days, Polly, it's up. It's you, 719. Polly, are you here? Polly, 719. Let's get your chart in here. I think I actually already have you drawn up. Did I save it, though? Yes, I did. Thank God. I did good. Good job, G. All right, Polly. What was maybe you asked me the question in the email. Polly, you sent a channel gift. Thank you very much. Sinister Days, thank you very much. Let me see, Polly. Let me get to your question. I don't see a question from you in the email that you sent. So let me see. Do you have a question? Or am I just... it would be a great show. Yeah, Cats, it would be a good show. Okay, so, hey, Bruce, what's going on? I see you. It was South Africa. I was right. Steffi G's here too. Look at that. Woohoo. Hey, is Polly still here? Going once, going twice. Oh no. Polly. Remember, folks, if I call your name and if I don't, you got to pop in on the chat. I got to see your name. You got to say I'm here. If you're not, I'm scrolling past. I got to go to the next person. We can't wait for everybody. I know people got to go to the bathroom. People got to go get something to eat. I get it. I get it. Some people fall asleep. Some people got to take the dog out. Go get the kitty cat snacks. Whatever. Okay, so. All right, I think Polly ran out of patience, so Polly will connect at another time. Next on the list. Let me get back over to the stream unless I see Polly's in here. No, Polly's not in here. Cats. Cats, you're up. All right, Cats has a question. Cats, I hope I got you in here. Do I have you in here on this new one? Let me see. I got to go to this old one real quick. I really got to take care of this. Let's get the cats in here. Cats, you got a question about your family. Okay. Okay. Here we go, cats. I got your chart. July 31st, 1981. July 31st, 1981. And what time were you born? 9:09 p.m. And okay, cats. California. Okay, I hope I spelled it right. They're going to give me hell. There we go. Okay, cats. Got you on the screen. Oh, Cat's got a question. Here we go. Okay. Oh, Cats, do you have two? Hello, G. What a night. Yes. All right. What does my family look like this coming month? My father has passed away 3 weeks ago, and that has been motivation for some shifts. Okay. And I hope those are shifts that are, you know. Cat. Okay. So Cat said, all right. So Cat, which one we going with? Number 1 or number 2? Okay, finances. Okay. Yeah, Bruce, I see you sent a gift. Thank you very much, Bruce. We're going in order, so we're going to get to you. I'm going to work on that. I got a few people ahead of you that have also sent gifts and people who are first in the chat. So we're going to get to you. And so let's see, Kat. Let's see what we're talking with. Let's see what we're working with, what we're talking with. Jesus. She said April. You got a vacation plan or something? Something big, something fun, something awesome. All right, so here's the thing. Let me see if you have anything in nothing in fire. Okay, you do have a north node in fire, Cat, at 1 degrees, which means that the Neptune and Saturn conjunction is actually a big deal for you. I mentioned it earlier for somebody else's chart, but because you have something in fire right at 1 degrees and your Mercury's at 28.2, this is kind of a big deal for you. You wanted to know about April. I got to back it up a little bit though to see just real quick. Yeah, Kat, these are going to meet together on you at the same time. Wow. So what that means is you should probably expect possibly some changes. And the changes they're going to ask you, not necessarily your job, but this is something that is lining up more along with your soul's goals. You follow? So, and it's in your daily routines. It can include your work. It can include your health and the combination of those two. Your north node's at 1 degree, and this is your north node right here. Right there. And see, we're going to have Aries, right? We're going to have Neptune and Saturn together directly communicating to your 1 degree north node, which is like a kickoff point. It's starting something new. I'm taking action, but I'm initiating. Like this is something new. So whether it's a health thing or possibly new routines at the job and at work, possibly a new boss, maybe it is a trine energy. So whatever this is, it just very easily happens. It could have to do with a change in structure and rules and regulations at the job. If it's not like boss energy, let me see some other things real quick here. So with, let me see if you're going to have a Chiron over there, Chiron there, 27 Jupiter. Okay, so yeah, because this is actually February that I'm looking at. You're going to feel this pretty soon. You're going to have a little bit more understanding about this soon. So when I go back to April now, or go forward to April for you, Kat, this actually looks supportive for you. And it's funny because it kind of mentions what you asked in the first email about home and family too, domestic energy. That is where the North Node is. It's in the 6th house of where I live, like my day-to-day routines. So it looks like whether you work from home or home feels like work and work feels like home, probably a little bit of both. You have Saturn, there's going to be support. There's going to be support for new structure and new order. So home and work. And with that said, I think that's beneficial for finances and for money, because I think having some new structure and new order can be healthy, can be really good. But really more importantly, again, aligning with your soul's goals, and because it's going to connect with your Leo North Node energy. Okay. And so, with that said, you're being asked to recognize your unique gifts and share them proudly, whether through creative projects, leadership roles, even. So, maybe you'll have some opportunities for that. And if that's the case, then yeah, that's what your soul wants you to do. And maybe you don't feel comfortable doing that. Maybe you'd rather be in the group, but you're being kind of asked to do that. So, it says that your soul is calling you to embrace the qualities that make you special. So it's not about being arrogant or having a lot of ego or anything, but it says that by taking the center stage, and literally I'm just reading it from what they're giving me, just so you know that, because you can hear me reading it. But by taking center stage, you inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of confidence and self-acceptance. And Kat, I have seen you do this. I don't know if you see this in yourself or not, but I have, and not only me, but other people. We've had private lives together. You do excel at that, whether you realize it, whether you accept it or not. And I just think you do a great job with it, a great job. So just remember, as far as your income and finances and your money, things are going to be switching up. So your work routine and the regulations and your habits and your tasks and your projects, your to-do list, like that's going to change up. So Saturn going through fire, it's a benefit for you. You have fire in your 2nd house cusp of money, of income and finances. So I don't know if you're expecting, additional income when you ask, how are my finances going to be? But considering you have a fire midheaven as well, I think at least for a little bit of time anyway, without going too deep into the year, I think April should be fine. We can always look at it a little bit further. We have a little bit more time because, again, you do have the South Node going through your 7th house of money, and your Venus is there. And that says you're letting go of something. You're releasing a value of some sort, but it's connected to the Virgo energy and significant relationships. And that might also have to do with some of the losses that you've already experienced. Because remember, this is domestic energy. Okay. Significant relationships can be professional, but it has a strong domestic quality to it as well. Okay. So, when it comes to making a change, just remember to embrace the new because it's what your soul wants you to do. Just keep your options open. All right. Okay, so where is my list? All right, so we got to go through the thing here. So after cats, I got to go back to the email because now I'm like, now we're like, who goes next? Good question. Okay, all right, I've got an email and I'm not sure if you're in the chat. You're mentioning you have a progressed new moon as of January 20th, and I'm wondering about career and new ways of making money. Without giving out your personal information, I don't know what your name is in the chat. If you're here, do you recognize what I just said? And oh, there you are. That is me. Got you. Okay, I didn't see you. There you go. Gotcha. All right. Thank you. Thank you for listening and being awake. So many people, man, they're like sleeping by the time I get to them or they've left. I don't know what it is, but okay. So let's get a chart up for you. Hold on a minute. You're new, so we got to get it real quick. We're going to get you a little mini reading in here. Call you Lisa D. And June 26th, 1965. And do you have a birth time? I don't see a birth time on here. Accuracy includes a birth time. And if you don't have a birth time, I can just go ahead and draw it up as a noon hour chart, but keep in mind that does usually mean a less accurate chart. That's Missouri, I'm assuming. Oh God, somebody please spell Missouri for me. Holy shit, the software will not take it if I can't spell it right. Missouri, is that right? Shit, I don't know. Is that right, guys? Somebody. Okay, so last 10 years, okay, career, have had many job changes following, yes, 35 years that was ripped away, yes. Okay, is there a new career that I will join and be successful? Wow. Okay. Where did that chart go that I just created? Please tell me you didn't disappear. There you are. Lisa, have you ever, I can't even ask you if you've seen your chart before. You don't have a birth time. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you have a birth time? Oh, she does. 11:15 p.m. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I didn't see that in the email. Okay, let me edit this. 11:15. So have you seen your chart before then? Then I can try to make sure that this is your chart. I have a Pisces ascendant at 17 degrees. Let me show you that real quick. Does that look like you? Does that look familiar? Pisces ascendant at 17. Midheaven is Sagittarius. Okay. You have okay, 29. If this is you, you have you have 429 degrees. Oh. Second house cusp line Aries at 29 degrees. Oh. That's it. Okay. All right. Well, the first thing first, when you're talking about income and money, Aries is, that's that leadership energy. Okay. But it's also at the 29 degree mark, and the 29 degree is considered a critical degree. And those are the degrees that's the degree that gets the big tests in life. They go through some stuff. And I see your chart is no stranger to higher degree numbers here. Venus is your great benefic, and that's going to be your money and your income. And she's in Cancer in the 5th house. Children, fun, joy, creativity, possibly working with the public, homes, family, feminine energy. Those are all the things you value, the history in the past, but having a good time and some fun, but nurturing. That's how you may, one of the ways we can get nurtured, feel nurtured, maybe some fun and laughter and play. A lot of stuff with childhood, playfulness and childhood. Communication is right there with it. So these things are going to be important. Your Mars energy as well. This is what's fascinating, that Mars rules the Aries, but even your freaking Mars is at a critical degree. These, again, are the big test degrees. You even have Sedna on your 2nd house cusp line. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's money. All right, so Mars and Venus, yeah, all righty. You have the South Node up there, the North Node down there. You have the North Node conjunct Jupiter. Okay, so what this tells me is if you're looking for something big, something more sustaining, we're going to have, where's your Aries? Yeah, Saturn is going to be, oh, no wonder you had it so rough. Okay. Okay, let me see if this chart has changed any, and it's got, no, it's not, damn. All right, I'm just going to have to do this by old school. So in time, not right now, but you will have Saturn possibly sending some really good support and connecting with the South Node for you. I'm sorry, with your North Node, which is maybe going on interviews and communication, talking, writing, relating, networking, whether it's sales, teaching, social media, learning a new skill, going back to school even, possibly even some travel, or learning a foreign language or interpreting or something like that. This is big writer energy that you have here. Big. So whether these are editors, whatever it is, like there's some, you've got the North Node and Jupiter together here. So let me get a timeline real quick for you on this. But to me, that makes most sense. Saturn, anytime we work with Saturn, that's something that sets up something long-term, right? Something long-term and usually a little bit more stable. And that sounds like that's exactly what you're looking for, something a little bit more stable. So let me get you, Saturn's actually kind of a quick mover. And I mean, it's not going to be in weeks, just so you know. We're talking a little bit more time. But we're talking May, June. This can be a big deal. This can be a bigger deal for you, for sure. End of May, beginning of June, there might be some rumblings of some new possibilities, some new opportunity. As long as you're networking, keeping the lines of communication open, as long as that's happening, like whether it's going on interviews, handing in resumes, whatever you got to do, as long as you are staying in the flow, this can connect and it can make a positive connection. I got to be real with you guys though. Okay. For everybody, 2026, I mean, everywhere you look and anybody you listen to, the financial people, but also the astrology. I have a video that's going to be coming up. I recorded it back in 2025. I just haven't had a chance to edit it yet, but it talks about, finances and how this is a year of people being smart and not spending excess, like just, being super frugal. You follow? Like this is just the recommendation, but in general, there are going to be a lot of opportunities for new beginning halfway throughout the year. But that means that some other things probably ended for those new beginnings to occur. All right. So for you in your chart, I'm liking possibly some more opportunities for things that are more serious, things that are considered more long-term. But because Saturn is going to do a retrograde and it does it right at the 14 degrees, which is key in your chart. Okay. The retrograde begins literally like in, what is it, in August or something? That means that there might be a little bit of a switch up, a little bit of a change, right? So actually the retrograde begins the end of July. Yeah, right at the end of July. So keep that in mind, all right? But just know that even if you try something and it doesn't work out, you're going to have another opportunity. So it's not like, yeah, that next thing that comes along is going to be the thing. No, Saturn retrogrades, which means I'm rethinking it through. I'm still looking, and then it'll go forward anyway. So you'll have some opportunities. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And that's that's what we're looking at. That's what we're talking about. I'm talking about Saturn getting to that degree, but it does a retrograde right at that degree. Yes, that's the money degree, but it does a retrograde there. All right. So I hope that helps, and I got to move on. Let's see. All right. So the next one I have here is Lulu. Lulu, are you still here or did you leave? Lulu, you were here the last time I was live. We didn't get a chance to look at you. You're here tonight. You sent a gift to the channel. So let's get you on the screen. Let's get your chart on the screen. I know I have you in my system already. Lulu, are you still here? Hello, Lulu. You are welcome, Lisa. I'm here. I am here the first and the third Saturday of every month doing this. The other times I am doing the same thing, but private. So just email me. Lulu, are you still here or did Lulu leave? Lulu. I know the live stream can be very delayed for some folks, so we have to have a little bit of patience here. Let me get Lulu's chart up here. Just remember, folks, if I don't see your response, if I don't see you saying, hey, I'm here in the chat, I'm not going to pull your chart up. But Lulu sent money. If people send money, they're going to stick around, right? I would think so. Oh, that still says Lisa. All right, let's get Lulu's chart on here. I thought I did. Tricky little thing. There we go. There we go. It flipped. Lulu, are you there? Hello, Lulu. Going once. Come on, Lulu. Oh, Lulu said I'm here. Awesome. Good job. I see you. Very good. We finally got to you, Lulu. You have been very patient. Thank you so much. You have waited weeks. Weeks, not days, weeks. All right. This is about love. Yeah, I got you in the system. So you've seen your chart before. Let's double check because I don't think we've got a Libra rising at 24 degrees, 2451. Libra rising. You've got a moon at 15 degrees in Gemini. Oh, shit. Oh, you've got your South Node and your moon in the 8th house. Oh, psychic energy. Shit. Okay. I mean, that's communication of the 8th house. Mediumship for sure, right? Whichever I prefer to read for. Wow. Okay. Well, that mediumship kind of jumped out, I guess. The 8th house, that's where my eye was drawn, right to that South Node and that moon together. Wow. Okay. So let me double check. Yeah, I think I saw. Yeah, I did see Lulu. She responded already, Donna. Thank you. I didn't see her on my phone because she's on. Well, don't worry. She's here. Yeah, she's here. She just might be on the other chat. That's okay. The StreamYard shows me both of them, which is really awesome. I'm like, so this is the part of StreamYard I'm like, yay, I like you right now. We have a love-hate relationship. There's no doubt about it. Okay. So, oh, you even have Jupiter in Pisces. Oh, my Lord. Wow. Okay. Just so you know, like anybody who has the Pisces in the 5th, really creative energy. But this energy can also be a little on the performance and dramatic side of life, just in general. Okay. You have Mercury in Scorpio. Holy shit. Okay. Scorpio on the 2nd house cusp line of money and income and finances. And you also have vertex and anti-vertex there. Wow. Okay. This can be like other people's money, insurance money, working for insurance. This can be stuff that we drill and go and drill and dig for, and like we think silver and gold, like mining was the word that was popping out, mining. You have Saturn trining your second house cusp line of work and money and income. That is a huge benefit right there. It's also in your ninth house of beliefs and the future. Ninth house can also be a place of spiritual work, including mediumship and working with the public. You have it in Cancer energy. Interesting. Your superpower, though, you have the moon right next door to it. Now, you want to know possibly when that can come online, if it's not, or basically show me the money. Right? That's what we all want to do. Like, come on, I got these gifts. How can I make money off of this stuff? You have your sun trining. Wow. Sun in the 12th, too. Really, your sun and your Mars are in the 12th. I think this is the first I'm seeing this chart, even though I have it up. This tells me when you have a chart like that, you have to make sure that you have solo time to rejuvenate. Your sun is your battery. So you're going to need time to rejuvenate, to rest, to restore, to relax, to kind of get in a way where you don't feel so overwhelmed by life. Okay. Your Mars, that's your hidden ego. Now, what's going to make this tricky is I'm bringing this up because it's in significant one-on-one relationships. All right. Now, significant one-on-one relationships can be personal and professional. The Libra energy is when we're doing readings. It's one-on-one stuff. Yours shows me 12th house overseas. You follow? So it says foreigners, foreign lands, foreign language, foreign countries, with people who, not necessarily within my local community. However, you also have local community with your South Node and your Moon energy. But your Venus is also in your 12th house, where your money's in the 12th. Now, with that all said, this is definitely the esoteric. This is definitely bringing in messages from the other side. This is definitely, whether you call it mediumship or whatever your gifts are. Timeline. Uranus energy. Right now, Uranus is already in your 8th house. I think when Uranus gets back into Gemini and goes forward, once it gets to the 11 degrees, which is going to be a little bit of time, if things haven't blown open further for you by then I don't know when they will blow open for you. Honestly, that would be the big thing. Now, it's possible it happens before that, because you do have some objects in air. You've got a 4th house cusp line in air. You've got Salacia. Interesting. You have Salacia and Psyche together in air, but they're in Aquarius. That's good. And your Venus. So you have a nice trine. All right. So let me get a timeline for you of when this is likely going to be something a little bit more substantial that you can actually see in your real life, where you're feeling like, okay, this might really work. Okay. So this actually is this year. Yep. And because you have, your Venus is at 5. You know what? I'm gonna put it at 3 degrees. So because you've got some objects at 3 degrees, you have some house cusp lines over there. You have a few beautiful, strong mystic rectangles in your chart, and the air and the fire are part of them. So I am going to put it around, I'm looking, hold on. Okay, so it's very similar. Hold on, I'm just double checking on this other software, just because I don't want to say something that's that's not going to be accurate. Okay, so I have May, end of May going into June. This is a big time of year for everybody, basically. But because you have objects where Saturn is going to come online, and even a little bit before then, you're going to have Saturn touching your natal Neptune here, which is fascinating, right? Because Neptune is spiritual and Saturn is work. So that can come online. This is all in your second house of money and income, and that's where your North Node is. So I would expect to start noticing opportunities that come along that can create income. Now, it does have to do with how you use this energy and how you're working and networking, because Neptune can also be like government energy. It can be, institutional energy, institutional work. It could also be my boss at the job changes. It can be, it can be a lot of different things when we understand all the keywords. But I would say even March, start looking for things and for opportunities to becoming more obvious for you in March. And when I say March, you can even possibly expect, I'm looking at your, like March 14th-ish. Just remember, everybody, we have a Mercury retrograde, okay, in all the water signs. So everything that we're talking about, Mercury's communications, contracts, writing, talking, social media, when there's a retrograde, things change, things slow down, things get tricky, there's misunderstanding. So just keep this all in perspective, okay? This is going to be super important. You follow? Let's see. Does that make sense, Lulu? But the fact that it's Saturn, Lulu, touching stuff in your natal chart, that means that it brings it's just more serious. It's more serious. And usually the teaching is whatever we start under Saturn's domain, under Saturn's energy, like if Saturn's sitting at the table, then that's something that we are building that's going to last a long time. That's teaching anyway. Okay. So let me take another quick peek. Yeah. Thank you, Kat. Thank you for the channel gift. I appreciate that. Yeah, and thank you. Thank you as well for the gift from Lulu. Greatly appreciate it. Hold on, I got so much on the screen. At Lulu, this gives me so many questions I wish we had. She said, I have so many more to ask, the bazillion questions I have running through my mind. I understand. I get it. I know it's crazy. But Lulu, just know this, okay? For the bazillion questions you have running through your mind, just know this. Your chart has a lot of really, all the things you've mentioned are present in your chart. So the opportunities are there, but the big deal in your chart is that your North Node is going to get activated. Now that North Node, when it gets activated, and that's going to be along the timeline, it doesn't mean just in March. It begins in March. It's March, April, May, June, July, because we have some powerful planets that move slow, moving through fire energy. But Saturn is going to trigger your North Node, your 11 degrees North Node in Sagittarius. Opportunity for change, opportunity for learning, for teaching, opportunity for going back to school, even possibly to be the spiritual leader, to become the spiritual teacher, or you gain a spiritual teacher, a spiritual leader. Do you follow what I'm saying? So there's definitely change coming, and it's aligning with your soul's goal. And it's in the second house of cha-ching. So just know that. You can at least go forward with that to rest your mind, okay? Actually, the love interest piece, because it's in your second house, everything that I talked of, money and love, It's all the same. It's all in the same house in astrology. So yes, there can be opportunities for those things. Absolutely. Because there's a lot of change coming. And if it's Saturn that's coming and connecting, usually, especially if you're a female looking for masculine energy, if that's the case, and I'm just going to stay with that masculine energy, but it's long-term energy. And it's what are we building? It's more serious energy. It's not, I'm just looking for a good time energy. It's more serious energy. You follow? So it's a new beginning and a new opportunity, but it has long-lasting effects. You follow? And because it comes through that second house by transit, by just sitting at the table, it opens up a new opportunity. But your mind has to be open and willing, because it's got to align with your Saggy energy of North Node. So that lights up foreigners, foreign lands, foreign languages, somebody who speaks a different language. Like all of that is in the rotation. Okay. As far as you have a 5-degree Juno in your natal chart, and that's water. Okay. So just keep in mind the Mercury retrograde, the possibility for love or maybe somebody special coming along is there. But again, the Mercury retrograde. So whatever we're kind of starting, we just have to be flexible. Whenever Mercury communication goes through Pisces, we can get head over heels. We can get lost. We can be all dreamy. We drink the Kool-Aid. We drink the bottle of wine. We're a little illusional and delusional, a little over the top. We're going to have a whole lot of really feel-good energy once all these planets move into Pisces, including Venus. So keep that in mind. Like you want to keep your feet on the ground. That is going to be very key. Okay. So just give it some time and remember long-term. If it's something that's meant to be, it's still going to be there after we get through these next 6 months. And if it doesn't, then, well, it wasn't part of the long-term building thing anyway. Let that shit go. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So I'm moving along. I promise I am. Now I have, okay, we took care of Kat. Bruce, I think you're next. Bruce is here. Bruce, what's your question? Let me get Bruce over in this other system real quick. Let me get Bruce's chart up here. Thank you for the channel gift, Bruce. I appreciate it. The very generous channel gift. You are you're generous and you make me laugh. So that's always a perk. Bruce, did you move? I know you'd been like, hey, I'm itching to get a new place. Let me see. Where's the bees for Bruce? Bruce, are you still here? I'm sure you are, but make sure I can see you. Bruce Lee? No. Are you Bruce M? Oh, I have another Bruce after that. You must be this other Bruce. February 25th. Oh, happy birthday, Bruce. Is this you? Are you February 25th? Yeah, I think so. Saggy rising. All right, let's get this in the software. February 25th. And oh Lord. All right, we're getting you up here. California in the star room again. All right, excellent. Let's see if we come up with the right chart. Yes, Sagittarius, 9 degrees and 50 minutes. Excellent. Okay. There we go. Bruce said, I'm here. You are welcome, Lulu. You are welcome. Thank you for the gift. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so Bruce's question is right here. Bruce does not mess around. Bruce said, no, I didn't move yet. Dang. Yeah, well, I know you were itching for it. Actually, you had a lot of stuff that was going to be happening. Something must have changed, huh? Okay, I'm here. Saturn is at 27 degrees in Aquarius. Oh, so Uranus is squaring that right now. That's what that means. So I'm wondering about that, you know what? That energy is I need to break away. I need different. I need freedom. Yeah. So wondering about the February 17th eclipse. Okay, let's do that. Also at the same time, transiting node is approaching my sun at 6 degrees in Pisces. So it is the north node we're talking about. Oh, well then, that sparks a new beginning in a sense, doesn't it? The north node touches your sun. Let me get this up over here. Let me get this on the screen, actually. There we go. Okay. So Bruce says, let's take a look at the eclipse. All right, let me do that. I'm sorry, I got to use it on this other chart because this. Bruce, I know you know a lot of the astrology, but I have to do this on this other system. Because this chart I have on the screen is pulling up like Vedic astrology for the transits, and I have some work to figure out how to get that shit turned off. So we're going to do it on this other system, which is the same system as usual. Let me okay, so we're going to get you on here. And I've got February 17th I'm looking at. That's the eclipse. Okay. Alrighty, let me take a peek at this here. Okay, Venus and the south node, Venus and the north node are together. Okay, I got what you're saying. Okay, so Venus would have just visited your sun. Nice. Okay, your Saturn is 26. All right, that's what you were talking about. Your Saturn's 26 in Aquarius. You're saying 27. Okay, I see what you're saying. So that is conjunct the eclipse. And that would be your long-term goals. That would be your work. That's in your third house. So teaching, possibly communication style, learning a new skill set, maybe working with tech. Oh, I don't know, maybe working online. I don't know if you've considered that. Maybe you already do that. But having Saturn and Aquarius, definitely tech work. You follow? Yeah. If you're not doing that, then maybe you're transitioning and saying, hey, maybe I need to be doing that. Or because it's an eclipse and it's a new beginning eclipse, maybe it's just additional work. Maybe you're adding on work. Because it's a new beginning. Do you follow what I'm saying? It's a new beginning in work, a new goal, a new duty, a new responsibility. Now, considering your Saturn's degrees, just humor me for a moment. We're going to say it's 26 because, yeah, the degree theory astrology stuff's been really freaking spot on for every person's chart I've done. And I don't even know. Has it been a year that I've been doing this now with the degree theory stuff? I don't know. It just seems like I always say it's been a few months. It's been longer than that. Time's been flying. But yeah, that is definitely money, but it can also be, it's the Venus degree. So maybe art, right? If you have pieces that you sell or whatever it is you do, whatever artistic thing you have, maybe it's opportunities for that, or maybe because it's group energy too. So with the group energy in the third house, we're marketing, we're selling. There can be that mixed combination in there. Let me see. Okay, your node is right there at 9. Aha. Okay. So this is a beautiful sextile to your south node, which means you're releasing something, but there's also a new beginning. There's a connection to your node. And that's your Capricorn energy, your work. But because you have that south node in that first house for you, this is really it has a lot to do with the future for you. But yeah, it can be rather serious too, Capricorn energy. Now, at the same time, you're going to have the nodes training your 9-degree node up there in your 7th house of partnerships. So this signifies a positive new chapter in your life. Money, relationships are highlighted. One-on-one relationships can be institutional energy because it's 9 degrees. We think Jupiter, foreigners, foreign lands, foreign languages. But it's a nice trine energy, Bruce. So I think this will be a really beneficial thing for you. Are you open-minded, Bruce? Are you ready for something different, new, exciting? Because that's what your Aquarius energy is screaming down here. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that right there. That's what this is all about down here. That's where the eclipse is going to be, at that Saturn right there. And it signifies possibly new work. Now, does it have to mean I'm letting go of my old work? In the 3rd house, which is where this is located, you know what that means? It means I have multiple multiple income streams. It's variety. 3rd house. It has, my foot's in this bucket, the other foot's in that bucket, and each one can bring me, I have different ways I can have an income. It likes a variety. So I see it as additional income, additional work, additional something. And if it isn't work, if it's not finances, well, then maybe it's just adventure and traveling, because it's your north node's going to get a nice trine at 9 degrees. And yes, this all has a lot to do with the eclipse. My point is, too, because you're exact, you're 1 degree off. Being 1 degree off, this already started for you. It's not necessarily something that you might feel is brand new next week at the date of the eclipse. Do you follow? Literally, when we have it that close in by degree, it's 12 months in advance it starts showing up in our life. We start seeing it. We feel it. We have more opportunity, whatever this is. So it's new. It's different. A Saturn at 26 degrees in Aquarius energy screams group energy. Networking, writing, communications is huge, and communicating, like, that's my job. So the rewards that Saturn can bring, because if you have Saturn in your 3rd house, like as a youngster, communication might have been difficult. Learning might have been difficult. There might have been restrictions. Maybe there's some learning disabilities that you dealt with as a really small child. But the rewards that come on later in life is usually what Saturn's all about. It brings us rewards. So having a new beginning here says that you have words that are possibly going to be like Saturn-like, which is they're grounded, they carry weight. You've thought it through first before you spoke, even though Aquarius energy can be a little, shocking and surprising. But Saturn does really well in Aquarius energy. It doesn't just share its ideas or ideals. It can offer wisdom even, because Saturn's known as one of the teachers, actually. It literally is. So I feel like this is going to be a positive thing for you, truly. And I feel like you probably already are experiencing these new opportunities for communication, learning a new skill set, networking, and then through communication. And the Saturn thing, it talks about being able to observe and to think deeply, to have structured thoughts even, and to be able to communicate in that way, which means people can understand you. Like there might be something about your communication style that's unique and distinctive, yet easy to understand. So yeah, I'm not super, I think for you in general, because you have that node that's going to trine your node, which you're already in it, like the node's trining it already now, but it's still going to be close enough. And Venus comes by and holds hands, right? Yeah. Venus and Jupiter are together like at 8 degrees at the time of the eclipse. Now, again, the piece of your sun that's going to be part of this, well, when the South Node touches on your sun, I think I already spoke about it a little bit, but I can give you the software definition of what, I can give you their 2 cents of what they believe it means for you. Because the sun is how we express. And you have a Pisces sun, really creative, sound, music, maybe even some gifts coming through that you weren't aware of before. And these can be intuitions, right? Or more creative gifts. For sure. Just hold on, this software is dragging. Okay, so here we go. Oh, stop. Oh, it overshot it now. Oh my God. You know how you press on it like 3-5 times and it doesn't go anywhere? And then all of a sudden it starts going? Yeah, that's what happened. But that's okay. I got control of it here. Let me see what I can do for you. One more real quick thing here. Okay. Okay, yeah, I just you got past your Chiron already, so that's not a big deal. I remember we talked about that before. So it says you're stepping into a time when the universe is encouraging you to become more fully you. It is like a door is opening, inviting you to walk through and claim a brighter, more aligned version of your life. This is the North Node conjunct your sun. You may notice opportunities showing up that boost your confidence, or you may meet people who see your light and remind you of what you have to offer. You might feel a subtle yet strong pull towards something that feels new and alive, and this is not by accident. When the North Node connects with your sun, you are in a season of embracing growth, even if it means letting go of parts of yourself or your life that have kept you small. You may find yourself wanting to take a new path, a new start, a new project, or show up in the world with more honesty and courage. This is a time when you are meant to become more visible, the sun, right? How we stand out. You have to allow yourself to shine in ways that you might have held back from before. It is important to pay attention to the signs around you now. You might receive an invitation. An idea might come alive in your mind, or somebody might encourage you to take a chance on something that you've been thinking about for a while. These are the whispers of the universe, letting you know that your time to grow has arrived. You do not need to force it, but you do need to say yes when the opportunities come, even if they feel a little uncomfortable at first. You are being guided toward the version of yourself that feels purposeful, joyful, and more in tune with what you are meant to bring into this world. Trust that letting go of what no longer fits will create space for these new blessings to arrive. It is a time to embrace self-improvement, to celebrate your growth, and to know that good fortune often comes when you are willing to follow the path of your own becoming. Well, how about that, Bruce? How you like them apples? I'd say pretty darn good. So I'm quite happy for you. This sounds wonderful, right? Yeah, I mean, it's a solar eclipse, okay? A solar eclipse is usually a new beginning. Yes, we can have releases, but it is normally a new beginning. And because the node's going to be on your sun, it might again bring new opportunities, which when there's new opportunities, we may close a door, right? We may choose to close a door. So just kind of keep all that in mind. Because they did mention you might feel a little uncomfortable, right? Yeah, that's usually that North Node stuff in general. The North Node is what we don't want to do, really. We're not drawn to it. It's the South Node, our superpower, that we're drawn to. Yeah. So thank you very much, Bruce, for your generous gift to the channel. Okay, so let me get to the next one we got here. All right, so I don't know if this person's in the chat. Uh-oh. Oh, thank you for putting, oh, great, Bora Bora. I need water, hold on a second. Is Bora Bora here? Oh, you're very thorough. Shocking, you were born in the US, okay. I'm just saying, sometimes I see like a trend with people who are born in the States, unless they're old school. Oh yeah, there you go. That's why. There you go. Yep, old school. Thank you. Okay. Is Bora Bora here? Oh, Bora Bora's like, I'm here. Damn it, I'm here. Okay, we got you. You did great. You sent me your email. You were very thorough. Thank you very much. I don't have to ask you your birth time and your birth date and your location. Good job. Let me get your chart up in this baby. All right, Bora Bora. So I don't know if you had a question in here. Oh, I see. Let me see what this other little thing is you put here. I do. I understand for personal reasons. Got you. So how about, okay. Let me do a little extra work for you really quick so that we can accomplish what you want. For privacy reasons, which I perfectly, totally get. And yeah, that's very important. That's a priority for me here at this channel. So let me do this and then we'll take care of you. Another February birthday. Woohoo! Okay. Very good. Alrighty. Oh, so hey Bora Bora, email me again or go in the private chat on whatever's easier for you. But yeah, I need you. I see what you did by the time zone. I do need a city and a state. And that city and the state will not be on the screen. You follow? It will be private. Now, if you don't want me to have the city and the state, well, then I can't draw up an astrology chart. Let me see. Maybe you commented. Maybe you came back. Let me see if you... Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Send me another email. That'll work. And let's see what I can put in here for you. But like I said, I won't show that on the screen, so you'll be okay. And actually, let me get this on this other software too, so that And while you guys are waiting, I don't know if anybody's still waiting other than Bora Bora. While I'm doing this, I'll repeat some things I said at the beginning of the evening, which is next Saturday is the astrology class, Astro 101 with G. If you want in on that, go to my email, allastrology@gmail.com, and let me know that you want in on the Astro class. These classes are recorded, so even if you can't make the class, you could enjoy the recording. Being in the class is actually really nice. It is online, and you have a small, excellent group of people. It's for all levels of astrology, especially for folks who feel they know astrology pretty well. We go over some of the basics that people tend to skip over, which is really key. You got to know the basics really well. And then for people who are brand new, they're getting an excellent foundation. And of course, your chart is included in the class. But I have to have an email. So that I can get you on the roster and get your chart drawn up and all that good stuff. Okay, so Bora Bora, I don't know where the email is. I'm still waiting on an email. This is weird. I'm still waiting. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm sorry. Sometimes things. Absolutely, I'll keep this confidential. That is not a problem. Oh, if I could just spell, we'll be in business. Oh, my gosh. Hold on a minute. The damn computer. Okay, so Libra ascendant at 7 degrees I have. Does that sound about right? Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. This is weird. I have two softwares. One is telling me Libra at 8. The other's telling me Libra at 7. What the hell? This is crazy. Sometimes this software really pisses me off. What the hell? Okay, let me go to your email. I know you gave me some information, but I don't think you gave me degrees. No, you didn't. But you do give me the rising. Okay. So, yes, I will definitely keep it confidential. Do you know your degrees on your ascendant, Bora Bora? One says 7, the other says 8. This is so weird. I don't know why that it's giving me two different. And I know most people would be. It's just 1 degree. What's the diff? There is a difference. That's like saying, what's the difference between the 7th house and the 8th house? They're just 1 house off. It's that big of a difference. Anyway, for right now, I guess we'll leave this one on the screen as it is. And I will do this for you really quickly to make sure that this is confidential for you. It's just so weird. We also have a private lives where we do the same thing we're doing right now, but it's private lives, which is with a very small group of people. I keep it limited, so seats, space is limited. And you can send me an email if you ever want to be a part of the private lives. It's the same way that we do it here, although it's a little bit more organized, not as spontaneous, of course, because it's all set up in advance. But it is a small, intimate group of people. And if that's something you would like, then send me an email. Send me an email so that so you can get in on that. All right, everybody. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's get this on the screen. Let's see if we can get this. There you go. You see how that works? Okay, so after I've done all of this, okay. No problem. Got it. So, oh, here we go. Multiple stalkers. Oh, God, no wonder. That sucks. Okay. Oh, Polly, you came back. Yeah, I called on you earlier. You weren't anywhere to be found. Well, Polly, you're probably going to have to come on back because we usually end at 10, and I'm just starting Bora Bora, so she'll be the last chart, or he'll be, whoever this is, will be the last chart tonight. That's okay. Actually, maybe 7 degrees is it. The ascendant has a lot to do with how we look. And an ascendant at 7 degrees would look more beautiful, harmonious, pleasing, and pleasant than a Libra at 8 degrees. You follow? It's Venus energy. Libra at 7. It's double Venus energy. Yeah. Okay. So in regards to what you've gone through, is that what you're asking me about? What I have pinned up there on the screen is the stalker nightmare crap. Thank you, Tammy, for the channel gift, Tammy. I greatly appreciate it. I don't know if Tammy's still here. I'm just seeing that now. I'm sorry, Tammy. I didn't grab my phone. I'm working with 3 goddamn devices now. It's crazy. Okay, so yeah, Libra at 7. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Yeah. So we'll just kind of I'm going to work with this other chart just to make sure. Okay, let's see what I can see here. So are you wondering, is this, yeah, let me look. Oh, okay. Scorpio in the 2nd. That's part of the problem. You have Black Moon Lilith in general. Right now we have Black Moon Lilith retrograding in the 2nd house. I'm sorry, in your 2nd house going through Scorpio. And as you see in your chart, you have, this is so weird. What the hell? These charts are very different. What the frick? Yeah, these charts are really different. So Venus, the chart on the screen is showing that you have Neptune. That is showing that you have Neptune in the 1st house. But the chart I have on this other software is showing Neptune in the second house in Scorpio. This does not make any damn sense. This makes no sense. Neptune cannot be in a different sign. That makes no damn sense at all. What the hell? I hate nights like this. What the frick, man? What else is wacky? This shouldn't be this far off. Oh, God, I want to scream. You know what? I have a feeling you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to read it according to this chart, this other chart that I have, because something is definitely not right in that system, in that chart that I'm looking at there. So according to this, having Neptune in the second house can be, this can be hidden desires, but it can also be, the Scorpio is very intense, can be obsessed, possessive. It can be even fanatical energy. So when I see Neptune in the second house like that in Scorpio, and you have a retrograding Neptune, that can go overboard. That can be really extreme energy. So what that tells me then, unfortunately for you, is this might be part of cycles that you go through on a regular basis. And I don't mean like every week, every month, every year, but every time the nodes go around a chart, like every 12, 13 years, there might be a new cycle that begins. Because anytime the north and the south node click on that Neptune, and actually it's probably faster than that because they could trine it, they can square it, Anyway, you recently had a north node touching your Neptune. That can be very delusional energy, right? Whether it's a partner or just somebody who admires you from afar, it can be that kind of energy too. So if this is the accurate chart I'm looking at, which, it would help me if you send me the chart that you have for yourself, like just in the email. It will stay private, but then I can at least tweak what I have on my end so that in the future we can take another look. Because here we are, we're running out of time, and I'm looking at a chart that I don't even know is accurate. And you have your natal north node and south node are at a anaretic degree, the critical degree. They're at 29 degrees. So you have, there's a lot of connections to the past and to history. And it's big tests. It's big, extreme things, basically, 29 degrees. Some say it's the billionaire degree. But trust me, I've seen a ton of these 29 degrees, and we're always like, where the hell's the money? Takes a lot of other things to happen that way in the chart. But you have yours. Yeah, according to this chart I'm looking at, it's in the 10th house, actually. Yeah, so this would suggest success, but either way, we don't know if that's true, because the public is prominent with this. If that's true, this would, people who are in a spotlight are going to have a lot of unwanted attention, I would imagine. I wouldn't know anything about it. The other thing, too, in this chart is you have a retrograding Mars. That's why I don't think the Mars on the screen, the chart that's on the screen, is accurate. I think the one I'm looking at here is accurate for sure for what you just described. You have a lot of extreme shit. Your Mars is in a retrograde. Your Uranus is in a retrograde. Your Pluto is in a retrograde. Holy shit. This is probably your chart. And this is just your birth chart. Again, this speaks to the repetitive cycles. This, for people who are listening, I don't know if of my regular astrology people are listening, but this person has a Mars, a retrograding Mars at 8 degrees in Leo. That's romantic partners, possibly some that maybe were fun. Maybe some were serious. Maybe some were a little bit of both. But again, anything retrograde, anything at 8 degrees, And when Mars is involved, it adds another layer of aggression, assertiveness. Yeah, it can make life a little on the tricky side. So, oh, yeah. Venus is your great benefic, not Jupiter. Son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah, a chart like this, I would rather that you have Jupiter as your great benefic, because Jupiter can provide a lot of protective energy, actually. Protection. So wow. Okay, you have a Capricorn Venus. So yeah, looking for long-term serious energy when it comes to home and family, committed relationships. Oh, so you're saying your chart has an Aquarius North Node. Okay. And you're not looking at the chart I have on the screen, right? Let me double check this other chart. This chart is showing you have an Aquarius North Node. Are you saying that this is your chart? That this makes sense for you? Aquarius North Node, and you don't know the degrees though. Because this other chart I'm looking at over here shows a North Node at a different degree in a different sign. Wow. All right. Well, do me a favor, because we're not going to, I don't think, get anything sorted out tonight. I don't want to spend time on a chart that's wrong. It's just a waste of my time, waste of your time and energy and whatnot. And so get your own chart to me by the email if you're okay with that. And then I can start from scratch with an accurate chart. That is what I would recommend. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I want to see the chart that they sent you, though, is what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying, but I want to see the chart that they sent you, because I have two different charts that are very different for some weird reason. So I know I probably have something glitchy within one of these softwares that I'm using. And so I have to narrow it down. I have to figure it out, and then I can read from there, reading from a chart. So as long as you have your birth digits that are accurate that you sent me, then we should be good. So, but still, definitely, Cafe Astrology is a good website. That is a good website. They're legit. So whatever they sent you, but you don't know the degrees on your chart. And so that's okay. You just, you can just share the chart that they sent you. And you don't have to be concerned about, privacy. You can talk to anybody, ask anybody. I've been doing this since 2019, and privacy has always been at the top of my list. Everybody knows that. That's my middle name. So yeah, we'll get together another time. You can even do it on a private live. You can even, I do private consultations all the time. You could reach out to me that way, or you can just come back here and we can do this again. But email me and we'll start from there. And if you can share that other chart, that would be great. So I can try to narrow down what your actual chart is, because this other chart sounds more like what you've described. It's very different and it looks quite extreme. All right. Fair enough. Makes sense. And please, yeah, like, I think it's important, because if this one is your chart, then there's just things that you'll need to know. And I'm not saying it's bad stuff, but it's seeing a chart helps us to navigate. It tells us, okay, I know this. So then I know, like, doing this other thing can help, it's a balance. It's a counterbalance. It's a study of energy and the harmony and the counterbalance stuff. And so that's why this is important to figure that out for your sake. Because especially, yeah, women having issues, stalker stuff. Yeah, that's serious business to me. So, all right. We are wrapping it up, guys. Oh, Lou S is here. What's going on, Lou? I see you. I see you. Frank says hello. We are winding down. I want to thank everybody tonight who sent channel gifts. Everybody's been very generous tonight. Thank you so much. And remember, next week is the Astro 101 class. If you aren't in it yet, send me your info. Let me know you want to be a part of it. I'll tell you how you can be a part of it. Don't feel that you missed out. No, because the class has been recorded. I can send you the previous class, which was just number 1. Next Saturday is class number 2. So it's not a big deal. It's totally, you can jump in at any time. For people who know astrology, you can learn some basics that you might have skipped over, because we discuss all levels, even though we're discussing basics, honestly. So with that said, I think that's a wrap. Remember, if you want to get in on the private lives, that's the last Saturday of every month. Send me an email. That is limited space for private lives. All right. And I think we're wrapping it up, guys. We're done. So everybody, please stay safe. Please stay sane. Do what you got to do to keep the peace. I know it's been a struggle. I feel it in a lot of ways. So let's just keep pushing on and just keep hope alive. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.